What about at the bottom of the West? Is there a team you think is dangerous and could make a run?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think Golden State has a chance because they're only one game back and they're so inconsistent. They can play well against the good competition. And like I said, I don't want to. I mean, they have Steph Curry and Draymond, right? So, like at any given moment, I think that I would almost be disappointed if they didn't get into the playoffs. When they're one game back. The other team, I think that would be pleasantly surprising. And, shout out to Texas. Let's see, right there, the San Antonio Spurs. So I think the San Antonio, they're one game back, and Keldon Johnson's playing like a young star. He's budding, and DeMar DeRozan's doing what he does, just so consistent every single night. I think that team could make a play-in tournament run, which would be very exciting for me. I love San Antonio.
You know what? That's the best part of the West is that it is stacked down there. And, the team I was going to mention was Memphis, where Ja Morant has been fantastic. They get Jaren Jackson Jr. back at the end of the month and right before the playoffs. That's a team that, look, they're 2 games over 500, and we're like, man, they're kind of having a down year. It's been off. They're not that bad. And I think that's the challenge with the West. The Spurs are good. Everybody's good down there. And by the way, whoever plays their way, you could have somebody like Dallas in the 7 seed.
Wow. That's just crazy.
That's just not fair. That's
not fair.
That's not fair. Is there anybody at the bottom of the East that gives you that kind of, I don't want to call it fear, but like you're like, that team could make a run, man?
Not exactly. Yeah. I think the bottom of the East for me is kind of saying, okay, look, we're getting better as an organization and taking the next step. I don't think and same with the bottom of the West, by the way. I'm not saying that those teams are going to knock off a number 1 seed. I'm just saying that, we're taking right steps in the organization. So with the East, I look at a team like Chicago. Vucevic had that 30-point double-double. Levine's back. I mean, that is a team and they're excited to play with each other, and I think that matters going into this later part of the season, that they're excited to go out there and prove people wrong. So Chicago is one that I've circled. And then, actually, I know Indiana's ahead of them, and I love Indiana. Shout out to Notre Dame, shout out to South Bend. I'm a big fan of Indiana teams generally, but I think I have to go with the Illinois team. I think it's Chicago for me. What about you?
The one team I'd keep an eye on, even though that I think they're the 11 seed as we speak. Toronto has actually been the unluckiest team. They should have 5 more wins than they do based on point differential. They're up and down. They blow out the Warriors. They're up. Just you never quite know what you're going to get night in and night out from them, and it's been hard. But I still think, man, it's Kyle Lowry and Pascal Siakam and OG Anunoby, and there's a team that if they can get in there, has won some big games before, has been on a big stage, and has just played better than their record. They have the point differential of like a 500 team, and if they were a 500 team, they'd be up in that battle for the 4, 5, 6 seed. I think that they're sneaky good that way. But I'm with you. Like even if they got in as the 10 or 9 or 10 seed and fought their way into a playoff series, I just don't.
Brooklyn. That's like Philly. It's just hard. It's just hard. It's just hard.
We would like to reward you with Kevin Durant. Enjoy.